It's Mopar Man 1978. I'm out here today working on a buddy's XJ Jeep. This is a 2000 model Sport. Today I just finished up actually, but I worked on it yesterday. But I'm going to go through real quick and tell you what you need. So this works on any of the 90's and the early 2000s. So what we had to do was I had to replace the water pump and the thermostat. I'll do another video on that one, but today we're going to focus on one of the weak links on these Jeeps. As you can see right here, this is the front connector that goes to the fuel rail, and this goes down. Well, what happened was down here from the factory, I don't know if you can see it, I can't see it on my screen, you probably can. Right there below these vacuum lines, there's a little threaded stud that sticks out for a factory little metal clamp to hold on to a 5/16 fuel line coming up from off of the frame on the driver's side down there. Well, the metal line that was there, evidently from vibration and rubbing back and forth and whatnot inside that metal sleeve, it rubbed a pinhole, or it got from the vibration, it caused a hairline crack to form over the years in that line, and it started leaking fuel, spraying fuel. So what we did was went and bought right around 3 feet of 5/16 high pressure fuel injection hose from O'Reilly's or Autozone, whatever one. If you go to Autozone, make sure you tell them it's high pressure fuel line hose and not the regular stuff. And then we got these right here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There you go. 1/2 inch to 9/16 inch fuel injector hose clamps. Comes 2 in a pack, model 25214. I believe these clamps came from AutoZone, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, they came from AutoZone. And then what you need, besides the special fuel injector hose clamps, and see how they're all set up. They're not the typical screw clamps. And then you'll need this special quick disconnect 5/16 fuel injector connector to connect to the fuel rail, and then at the opposite end they have the same fitting that comes off the fuel rail off the factory fuel line. So you'll need 2 of these special quick disconnects, and this is the Dorman part right here, 800-120 for Chrysler, Ford, GM, 5/16. Anyway, you slide the hose just up to the very end of the 5/16 tube. Make sure you put 2 clamps on there on each end. And you will need to make sure, since it used to be metal line, this is rubber line, you will need to anchor it so it's not rubbing against anything hot or rubbing against anything in general, like the steering shaft that comes down to the steering box, anything like that. And so once everything's out of the way, it's not going to rub against. We just used a zip tie, a heavy-duty zip tie. And then you got to make sure you got to buy one of these $9 and something tools. We got this at AutoZone. We use the smallest setting. You have to come in here. You have to take this special lock off of here. It's a clip. You disconnect the back part of the clip and pop it up and come off. And then it's got this little plastic slide clamp. You pop that off, you slide this down in there, and then push forward while pulling on this hose on the line, the factory line that you're going to replace, and it pops right off, and vice versa. If that's what we had to do with that. And then we got the new clamp and the new fitting on. I had to do that. I had to go down underneath the Jeep, do the same thing, repeat the process on the other end, and now we got it all together. No leaks. But yeah, that's, like I said, I got the part and the part numbers for you, and you know the size of the fuel line that you need, 3 feet, and if you have extra, you can either cut it off or you can position the hose with some type of zip tie or something to keep it up out of the way if it has a little extra. But anyway, that's it for this video on how to DIY, do it yourself, low budget, quick fix for your XJs, or even a Wrangler possibly if it's set up the same way too. But stay tuned, I'll have more videos on, because we got to replace the radiator. We found out after we replaced the leaky water pump and we replaced the really old thermostat in the Jeep and flushed the system out, we found out that the bottom quarter of the radiator over on the passenger side has a leak where the cooling tubes go into the part of the housing. So I've got a brand new radiator at home for my mom's 90 Jeep XJ. We haven't bothered to put it in yet. It was getting ready to be put in, but it's cheap enough on Rock Auto. It was like $60 or $70 for the radiator. So
67.
yeah, $67 and some change, and then plus whatever shipping, about 70 some bucks altogether. Anyway, I gotta come over tomorrow since I work today. Come over tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. We're gonna take this old radiator out and put the new one in, and he'll have a well, not brand new, but he'll have a running vehicle. This is his only source of transportation. So, but anyway, rambled on long enough. So you got the Jeep out here, my truck. We're on what? I forgot what road's this. 265.
Yeah. State highway.
State Highway 65. If you go that way, you go to Chateau on the Lake and the Table Rock Dam and Table Rock Lake. There's the big water tower. If you go that way, that'll take you to Branson West, and right before Branson West, Silver Dollar City. And if you make a right and go the opposite direction on 76, it'll take you to Shepherd of the Hills and back onto the strip in Branson. But anyway, to get you an idea. But till next time, see you then. And you can also, if you'd want to, you can donate to the channel. I'll have that link in the description below to help out my project, like the 65 Mount and whatnot. Anyway, till next time.